Hey, good morning. May 13th here. Welcome to ATI ProMedia live at 9 o'clock. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for joining us every day. It's the post-WASDE day. Markets are digesting yesterday's information. We had the WASDE yesterday. We also had the U.S. China trade deal agreements, easing of pressure there, whatever you want to call it. And we had the livestock Mexican screwworm border ban as well too. So lots of things happening yesterday, and the markets are digesting things here today. So let's run over to your markets, and then we'll run through some of the headlines here. Looking at your July corn, down 8 3/4 cents here out of the gate, 439 1/4. Youch. These new crop corn's down a nickel at 440 1/2. July beans are down 8 3/4 at 1062 1/2. Nove new crop beans are down 7.5 cents at 1050. Soy oil is up 43 points at 50.35. Soy meal is down 430 at 293.90. Chicago wheat's down 8 1/4 cents at 507. July KC wheat down 6 cents at 502. Testing and knocking on that $5 level. Minneapolis wheat's leaking weaker as well. Cotton is relatively unchanged. These new crop cotton is 68.89. When we look over at your meat markets, we got feeder cattle leaking weaker as well. Red on the screen there. We got August down a buck, May down 30 points, 302 on your 80 on your May, and 305.42 1/2 on August feeders. Fat cattle all over the board, but a little bit of red on the screen, down 10 to 30 points, 216.75 on June fats, 211.30 on your August fats. The hog market is weaker in the front, firmer in the back. June hogs are 98 cents, down 0.30. Crude oil, we are 75 points firmer at 62.70 a barrel. Diesel's up a penny, up 1 to 2 cents at 212. Nat gas is a penny firmer at 366. The Dow is down 140 points, the S&P up 27, and the NASDAQ up 195 points. Bitcoin's 1,800 points firmer at 103,935. Gold's up 8 cents. Silver's up. The dollar is down 359 points at 101.25. So markets are moving. July corn under some serious pressure here out of the gate. 438 down 10 cents as we speak here. So just grinding lows, breaking some of that chart stuff. Not good to see. We also had no flash sales this morning, so that's another sad trombone moment. We got that sad trombone just rolling here out of the gate, but yeah. I guess it's fitting considering corn is down 10 cents and we didn't see any flash sales, but we had a pretty optimistic, I guess, WASDE report yesterday. The What's Caught My Eye section, my favorite section in our morning wire from ATI Research. Export optimism. So quite a bit of optimism in the May WASDE on exports. Old crop export optimism feels warranted, but kind of a head scratcher when we look out to new crop exports, especially in corn. USDA penciling in a 2.675 billion bushel export figure on new crop corn. Very strong, likely 200 million bushels above what the trade was maybe looking for, and a significant contributor to that ending stocks figure on the new crop corn balance sheet being much tighter than the trade was looking for. So maybe some in the trade not buying it, not believing it. You can talk, maybe we don't believe that yield number of 181, but maybe we also, that 2.65 billion bushel export figure might be a little optimistic as well too. Got a significant Brazil corn crop coming online. No real major threats to it today. We'll keep watching that safrinha corn crop development in the south. And we don't really have a, official deal hammered out with China, where, so guys got to wonder where the additional corn demand is going to come from. And the USDA also penciled in a 16 million metric ton increase in non-China corn use. I guess we'll see how it all shakes out down the road. So weekly export inspections, we get those every week. Monday, that shipment's going out the door. Corn inspections fell versus last week, but they're still in line with what's needed. The biggest takers were Southeast Asia and Mexico. I think I got a graphic here. I'm going to pull that in and flash that up here. But you can see there 48.2 million bushels on the weekly exports, well within the range, off of that 63.7 last week. Look at that current market year to date on the corn front, 1.7 million bushels versus last year at 1.338. So definitely, warranting that export optimism on the old crop. And we're 67.5% of the USDA's forecast here. So that number's, I believe, an old number because it was export inspections were out before that WASDE. So beans were, in line, I guess. It is the season for Brazil bean demand. Wheat was also in line there on that front too. I had the crop progress out after the WASDE report. So we saw a 22% jump in corn planting progress. Look at that on the graphic. Nice graphic courtesy of Grain Stats. If you're not following Grain Stats, they're a great follow on Twitter. Need to follow them. But corn planting well within the historical range, upper end of that range. Got a lot of crop in the ground. We don't have a planting problem yet. Dakotas 25% and 26% above average pace in the Dakotas. So the North is definitely carrying. Maybe some laggards in Kentucky, Missouri, Southern Illinois, Ohio, North Carolina. Those are kind of the ones that are behind pace, but 26% above average pace in Dakotas, definitely leading that corn planting stuff. In the soybean planting pace, we had, just tremendous pace there. I think I need to jump over here real quick. Let's look at that, pull these up ahead. 48% planted on your beans versus 38% last week. Last year was 34, and the 5-year average at 37%. So well ahead there on your soybean planting pace. Spring wheat 66% planted versus 44 last week. Big jump in spring wheat plantings. 49% is the 5-year average. 59% last year. So spring wheat's crops in the ground. We'll look at that cotton, 28% planted, the 5-year average being 31. So they're 3% behind that 5-year average, and 32% last year. They're well behind last year as well. So keep that cotton planting stuff in mind. Cotton acres probably going to be down. I didn't see what the USDA pegged cotton in. I didn't look at that balance sheet in the WASDE. I might have to go back and review that a little bit, get caught up on my cotton stats. But winter wheat conditions jumped 3% versus last week. So that the rainfall is getting calculated into that winter wheat crop conditions. Lots of fungicide going out in winter wheat country, taking care of that crop, taking care of those bushels to make sure we bring as many to town as we can, because if they're worth $5 instead of $6, we're going to need a few more of them. All right, next here on the headlines. Let's I want to talk beans real quick, and I may try to pull a chart in if I can. Bear with me a second, because I'm going to, on the fly, I want to pull a chart in if I can. Here we go. New crop beans. Novi beans here. Nice surge yesterday. Hit some target levels for our customers and premium subscribers that they had. Some actionable levels that we triggered yesterday. Those guys got alerts and texts when to go out there and get some stuff done on their beans. They've had those in their inbox and for a while, as we've been waiting for some levels to get hit. And now we're working on those next levels. So keep an eye on your new crop beans, breaking up above that 200-day moving average. New crop beans worth paying attention to. If you're behind in your marketing, hey, go out there. You want to do something. This might be something that you can be doing here. All right, let's talk a little bit of cattle, because that is the silver lining here and the winner of the day here. New record feeder cattle index gained 489 yesterday. 301.03 is the print record index level. Great to see those feeder cattle. The feeder cattle market is on fire. We got a bull market in the cattle, and there's no end in sight, guys. It's bullish until it's not. It makes it hard to jump in front of this market. But it's a market where you can't get tripped up over $5. That's not what hurts you at the end of the day. It's the big unexpected sell-off. It's bullish until it's not. So manage the dimes, manage the dollars. Don't manage the dimes here, and use strategies that let you embrace a bull market going forward. So we had box beef gaining 217. So boxes and on the beef side of things, pushing higher. We'll see if the consumer pushes back and if the packer can keep the biz at the feed yard in check. But we got a really hot cattle market, and we've got great opportunities out there. If you're interested in LRP, it's great foundational risk management. guys, you need to be looking at it. It's also, we're entering transfer season, where if you're working with an agent that maybe isn't a cattle or hog market specialist, now is the time where you can transfer from one agent to another. So if that's a conversation you want to have, we can start that, and we'd love to work with you. We're taking new customers. We got a great team here that will help you with LRP, as well as managing that LRP policy afterwards, after purchase, as that market moves. Are there things you can be doing to protect more equity, or protect equity in that policy and manage market volatility? And I don't anticipate we will have a shortage of volatility in these markets over the next few years. So with that, I don't know. We'll see how the market settles today. Corn lower. Positions that guys have on are starting to manage lower in both corn and wheat. Beans present some opportunities out there. If you're looking for something to do, maybe you go look into your bean bids out there and do some risk management on the bean front. But I'm going to click the button and get out of here. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Thanks for joining us here today, every day. We'll be back live at 9 again tomorrow. You'll have a fantastic day. See ya.